The flight attendant accidentally knocked over a passenger's spoon. To her shock, the passenger reacted by pouring a cup of boiling hot coffee straight onto her. But despite the unbearable pain, she didn't dare to fight back, because this wasn't just any passenger, it was a princess. And before boarding, the princess had chartered the entire flight, specifically requesting that only this flight attendant serve her. Yet, as the flight attendant returned to the galley, she took off her high heels, dipped them into the princess's fresh cup of coffee, and stirred it over and over again. Then, after putting her shoes back on, she calmly brought the coffee back to the princess, who suddenly noticed something. The gemstone ring on the flight attendant's hand was identical to hers. She sneered, "Something this precious. How could someone like you deserve it?" Then, without hesitation, she tossed it to the floor and stomped on it with her heel. The flight attendant was furious, but she had no choice but to suppress her anger, forcing a smile as she served the princess her meal. But the princess wasn't done making things difficult. She frowned and said, "I don't want this. I want to eat your crew meal instead." The flight attendant knew the princess was allergic to seafood, so she carefully picked out all the shrimp, thinking it would be fine. Then, she handed the meal to the princess. But just 2 bites in, the princess suddenly started coughing violently. When the flight attendant rushed over, she saw the princess staring daggers at her, her eyes filled with fury. Shortly after, the plane landed at its destination, and the flight attendant successfully sent the princess off. But just as she was about to go home and call it a day, the news broke. The princess was dead.